So, this is our one, and let's just of 2026. Okay. So, we have a short topic here. We say that why your life follows what you truly expect. Why your life follows what you truly what you truly expect. So, and then I don't know what I like to do, like this. Deep down, there's an expectation, there's something you want to see. That's why you act the way you act, to behave the way you behave, and the results are getting. You can say with your mouth and think in your brain, but your actions follows what you truly expect. So you expect to fail in life, you're surely going to fail. You are so afraid of trying things. You are so afraid of going to business, relationships, marriage. You are so afraid that you fail. You're surely going to fail. But you are focusing on the right thing, you succeed. You think you are going to succeed. So life does not really follow what you do. They actually follow your expectations. And expectation is superpower. So it's very important you understand some of these things because how to believe when you are facing an impossible situations, how to do when things are not going, how to focus on the right things. So we're discussing that and we have enough and enough and enough and enough to share. And then begin to lay some foundation for the class. If you are really you're writing this down a lot, you're ready for today's discussion. Shall I? Okay, so let's start like this. Okay, okay, write this down. Write your note and discipline yourself to behave. Discipline yourself to believe long enough. Discipline yourself to believe long enough. Discipline yourself to believe long enough to work on whatever you desire to achieve. Discipline yourself to believe long enough to work on whatever you desire to achieve. Discipline yourself to believe long enough to work on whatever you desire to achieve. Give yourself to believe long enough to work on whatever you desire to achieve. So if you believe that you'll be successful and you believe long enough and you are taking massive action because once you believe something, that means you are actually expecting it. And once you are expecting something truly deep down, your body will respond to your expectation. You know, I always say something like this. Once you once you look at all true, not all true are truth, not all true are truth. I always say things like that. And but all truth are true, but all truth are true. So this is true, and nobody can walk through water. So, but you buy something, but this is true. Why am going to shut that question? My belly. It is true. Why am I going? It is true. Why am I done? But it's true. Why am I done? So all true are facts. So you need to look at your life. Look at your life because when attitude is right, when attitude is right, fact really matters. Fact really matters. Fact really matters. So what is attitude? Attitude is the way you think. Attitude is the way you think and believe about yourself. About yourself. The way you think and believe about yourself. About yourself. About saying and everything. So the way you think and believe, think and behave, think once you think the trend of thinking for your belief, action for your belief systems. So once you think in your mind, believe in your mind for that particular thing. So I will do something like this. I said this is all facts. Facts. This is facts. This is true. Like true. But not truth. And if fact has positive and negative. And if this is you, if this is you, it's so you're going to focus. You're going to focus on facts and life. Where like this, you're focusing on positive. It will create a belief or faith. If focusing on negative, you become what? Doubt. So both doubt and that is the positive. That is the opposite. But if you are focusing on faith, focusing on positive things, you're going to create a feeling of emotion for you to expect. So once your believing is in your expectations of the outcome, without negative or bad, you're going to cause feeling of a feeling of emotion for you to anticipate. Anticipation is an expectation of a favorable, desirable outcome. While you positive emotion for you to be anxious. Anxious is also expectation of unfavorable and desirable outcome. So both are expecting. So your belief is expectation. Okay, let me do like this. I don't want to go there, but I need to build. I need to change this. So I can do what I want to do. Differently. What are friendly today? All expect differently, but the past thing is Nigeria economy, one focus on one focus on living. One is complaining, one is positivity. Now, this thing happens in your brain. But once it comes to belief, is you leave your brain and comes to your heart. That is your heart. So it is faith. You're going to come to your heart and get what I call expectation. You're going to what I call feelings of emotions. Feelings of emotions. Feelings of emotions. To anticipate. Anticipate. And once you do that, so what is anticipation? Anticipation is simple. Anticipation. Anticipation. Because like the is an expectation. Anticipation is an expectation of a favorable, desirable, uh, desirable, and positive outcome, and positive outcomes and results. So, but what if the person was believing negative and got doubt? That will not just wait for you. That also comes to your hands and creates also a feelings of emotions, feelings of emotion, to be sad, to be angry, to be anxious, to be anxious, that's anxiety, anxious, bracket with anxiety, bracket and worry, bracket with anxiety and worry. Then what is anxiety? Anxiety is an expectation of unfavorable, undesirable, and like this. I don't have this right there. Let me not bring it there. So that the class is very this is all. I thought we bring anxiety here. This anxiety. That I'm scared of anxiety is an expectation, is an expectation of unfavorable or undesirable, what you not desire, and negative, of course, negative outcomes and all and results. Why would somebody sit down and be calculating all things that will not work for him? I don't sure I will make it. I cannot make it. I cannot do this. I cannot start a business. And this thing I'm tired. Why will you do that? Once you do that, your life becomes negative. So believing in expectation. So whatever you expect, either like expectation, either of positive, or not even expect expectation, either positive or negative. Okay, I'll give an example. I used to use this popular example. Most anytime I'm doing this, because this is the reason why people draw a plan. And the first 3 months is gone. Then like the fourth month, and it's still anxious, there's an anxiety, there's a worry. Worry is then from fear. Worry is something, fear is something you see in present danger. Snake, 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 fear. Fire, 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 snake, right and that's fear. But this that is fear. The worry, anxiety, anxious is that you're not saying anything. All in your brain. These are going to make all the bad things in this life. I was going to expect expectation of the favorable outcome. I was going to expect anticipation. You know, those days, when mom is coming back from the market from 20th of December, all of us are expecting mommy to buy us Christmas shoe, Christmas dress. So once mommy come back from the market, we rush to the back. We will run outside to call mommy's back because we open the bag, we're expecting to see new shoe, new clothes, Christmas this, Christmas that. So because of our expectation, it causes us to take action. But when somebody is one, you will take action or become and procrastinate. You will not take any action without posting here and I will do it because you are focusing on negative. So your expectation, believe is your expectation. So what are you expecting this month? What are expectation in your business, in your marriage, in whatever you're doing? If you keep expecting negative results, you have negative results. You expect positive, you don't have positive results. And I'll show why people easily make positive expectation on things that are simple in life. But when it comes to things that concern their dreams, their goals, their vision, something that will make their life better at the spiritual level, financial level, emotional level, they start being anxious. Why is it that difficult? We'll discuss it today. That's like my life follows what I truly expect. So you can't be telling me a few days ago we talked about fictional faith, and functional faith. I said that a fictional faith is somebody that believes in his mind, tell mind, talk with his mouth, tell mouth, and do not able to take action, and no action, and no action. It can come to church, pray like this, and no action, no action at all, no action. So both the fictional faith and that they almost understand what's happening in the chat. The functional faith believes in his mind, talk about it in his mouth, and take action, massive action, massive positive action, action. So instead of words, saying things and never to you see them here, they can talk about it. They just you pray now for all the bad people in life to die by fire. They will go to one of the pillars in the church, grab the pillar with his two hands. Rabaka Santa Raba. Everybody in my fire, there is no support, die by fire, die by fire. Every darkness, guy can call for you will see them praying. But when it comes to action, no. No action, no nothing. So the result they started expecting will not come. But not believing enough to take action alongside with it. Action is what they're given between where you are, where you want to be to. And life will live does not reward you according to the massive action you are taking. You will not believe it in your mind. Like if you believe positive things so much and take action with it, you also get positive result because you're not doing anything. Because indecision is a decision that you did not decide, you have decided. Tell your indecision. It's a decision. So as an entrepreneur who have big plans, who have big goals, you should do it not so much that whether you are why the result is why you look all the steps ahead of you or not, you should really be done enough to take massive action. Because you trust God to guide you. Right so that you know like this. A true believer takes massive and immediate action. Trusting God, a true believer take massive and immediate action. I call it proactive action. A true believer take massive and immediate action. Trusting God it will work. Life, psychological life, physical, financial life, psychological life, physical, financial life. The person did not truly believe. Because you can have a fictional something that is like a counterfeit, or is actually doubting at subconscious level. That's fascinating. Because once you have anticipation and expectation of a positive, favorable, desirable choice action, outcomes and results, it will give you power in your hand to take action. But once you are anxious, you are expecting things not to work out for you, it will make you powerless to procrastinate. You become powerless, you become empty, no energy, you feel weak all the time, even after eating food, you are still weak, and that to show that you are not really expecting something past person. So only believers only believe in favorable, desirable outcome and ignore everything else. In fact, even though you have not written anything down, write this down. It will help you. You write you write it down. Only believe, only believe, only believe in a positive, favorable, and desirable outcomes and results. Only believe, only believe on a positive, favorable, and desirable outcome and ignore everything else. That means anything that is not moving the needle in your favor, that is not doing anything that improves you as a person, that is not improving your psychological life, your emotional life, your spiritual life and your physical life, you don't need it. You don't need it. So only believe on positive, favorable, and desirable outcome and ignore everything else. Ignore it. Why would you ignore is that you're aware that they exist, but you choose not to pay attention. Ignoring doesn't mean you don't know. Ignoring means you know and you're aware, but you choose not to pay attention. I know I'm aware that fan is there, but I'm not paying attention to the fan. That means I'm ignoring the fan. What the fan is doing is not my business right now. I'm focusing on good that is my business right now. So you are aware. You are aware of things around you. You know they are there. That throwing stones that come from where here. That's attacking you, criticizing you. So they're saying what they're doing doesn't work. Ignore them. They don't deserve your time. They don't deserve energy as an entrepreneur. Because if you need to pay attention to them, that means you need to choose once you lose focus for where you are going, and where you are going to where you are not going, you need to attract this thing to yourself. It's called the law of attraction, which means that you attract things into your life based on the focus, based on you paying attention. Whatever you pay attention to, you are purchasing it into your life. So you are trying to live your life based on your focus, based on your what you are paying attention to, your energy. So anything you don't want, don't give me your energy. After all, we all know as of today that the better energy is the better attention. So any action you take in the present is about something you believe about the future. So if you don't take action, if you don't, the future is going to work. If I tell you to make money and pay yourself 10%, I'm going to teach you how to make money, help you make the money. Pay yourself 10%, I'm going to invest. If you believe it long enough, you pay yourself that 10%. But you don't believe it, you argue with me. I must pay myself 10%. Why would I do that? You must work for me. I must enjoy my life. You give me 1,000 and want to speak because you are not seeing that thing I'm seeing. That means if you don't read book, that means you don't believe that your knowledge, the solution to your result is in the book. I put it like any action, write it on your notes, any action you take in the present, any action you take in the present, is about something you believe about yourself in the future. You don't think long enough that you'll be successful, you're not taking action, because you will not believe, you not believe. So any action you take in the present, any action you take in the present, is about something you believe about the future. So you don't believe that will not take action. It's action to tell the girl I like you, tell the girl I like you, I love you, but you want to believe that you happy, how the girl has to have it. What does that say? Because I don't believe in action. You believe that you go to the church today, that your life will be blessed spiritually. The pastor will bless you with all the word of God. You take action. Like you come here today that I'll bless your life emotionally, psychologically. I'll give you knowledge, I'll give you trust, I'll give you identity. Action, we are here. But you don't believe that I will give you positive, impactful information. I will not influence on that person. You will not take action to be here. You will not take action to work for me for salary because you believe that I will pay you salary for 1 month. You are taking action to not be here. So whatever action you are taking is something to do in the future. So if you must believe something about your future, what is it negative? Why is it negative? You got this because sometimes you go to the family, yeah, you can make it, and the person goes out. He says he is fine, like I'm making mine. He says the man that really but no action, fictional faith. And it's so difficult to hate such a person. They say, I'm following you as my leader. But the fact is that they go at the back, gossip, backbite, sabotage, everything you are doing. They don't see anything good. Their action is negative. They don't see, and it's a problem because they affect their results. You can't affect your results. Remember, the ground doesn't select any seed. If I go to the ground and plant mango seed, it will not give me pear. You don't say, child, you want plant pear or corn seed, corn give you God the life. It will generate exactly. It produces its own kind. So it's not by mistake. Whether it's mistake or not, then we are meant to plant cassava stick and you plant a corn seed or plant anything or plant a yam. Instead of planting to yam. Would the ground say, oh, you want plant to yam? You want plant yam, plant yam. Will you do that? No, you're not talking to me now. You want plant yam. You don't cut the yam keep. Cut the yam keep, but look at you won't plant the yam. But mistakenly, cut the yam, go plant. But the ground man say, child, this might begin doing mistake. So instead of yam, you don't plant the yam, man plant yam. Will you do that? No. It will terminate and give you go. Yeah. Pray from now to tomorrow. Speak in tongues. Rabakastantara. But the yam, don't the yam. It will not done. It will not done. So you meant to do good. But your expectation is bad. And you didn't do the bad thing, the good thing, the bad thing. Like will not say, oh, that is your expectation. Let's change it for you. It will not change for you. The universe doesn't change for you. It gives you exactly. I like the universe, not the same size. It will multiply. It will not multiply. It will multiply. It will do back to back. I tell you that if you want to be rich and wealthy, stop expecting bad things. Stop explaining bad things. Stop explaining poverty. Poverty is difficult to even explain. Tell your poverty. It's difficult to explain. And so don't try to explain poverty. How difficult is it that you're explaining it? My auntie was poor. My family battle. Nobody's helping me. Family is not helping me. Hungry, want me. I need help, 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 help. Why do you spend time talking about negative things in your life? Never you say anything negative about yourself you don't want to become true. Don't say it. It's let me talk. I'm back them. You want to define your circumstances as negative. Don't define it. Define the one that is positive. Say positive. So whatever you're telling me that you are, I'm believing, but my expectation is wrong. I know that that is your belief. Your belief is what? Expectation. Say, what are you expecting? In the month of April. This is 2026. So what are you expecting? Financially, economically, maritally, business wise. What are your expectations? You cannot be telling me you have expectation, you need write down. You cannot tell me you have expectation, you need to tell your mentor. You cannot tell you have expectation, you not tell your pastor. Oh, the pastor, this month of April, I'll win 5 souls to this church, 10 souls to this church. One. Go and tell him. Because expectation causes to take action. But you don't also expect because we procrastinate. No action, no result. So any action you don't take in the present is about something you don't do about your future. Believe is expectation. Write it down. Expectation is our superpower. Expectation is our superpower. Nobody acts beyond what he expects about himself. Nobody acts beyond what he believes about himself. Nobody acts beyond what he knows. Wealth never exceeds personal development. Never. If you have more than that, it will reduce it to that level. Expectation is our superpower. The greatest power in life is not our gift. It's right in that the greatest power in life is not our gift, it's not about talent. The greatest power in life is not about our gift, command talent, command ability, etc. But you are going to believe your favorable outcome, which is called expectation. The greatest human power, I call it self-will. The greatest self-will of man is not his gift. It's not talent. It's not creativity. It's not vitality. It's not fidelity. It's not ability. The greatest superpower is not giftings, talent, creativity, vitality, men with idea, consent, no. But your ability to believe your favorable outcome, your ability to believe your favorable outcome, your ability to expect a favorable outcome, that is your greatest superpower. Expectation. Because life will give you what to expect. When I say from now to tomorrow, I didn't mean it. I thought I loved you. I thought like this. He doesn't care. If the heart is broken, the heart is broken. So business and work, business and work. So the thing is this: don't ever expect negative results. Always and always expect positive results. Tell anybody, well, anything in my hand must live, multiply, amplify, magnify, duplicate. So everything in your hand must be alive. Nothing connected to your hand will die. Everything in your hand must live. Whether mistake or not, everything that your hand touches must go to a living thing. Expect that to happen. Say it 1,000 times. Believe it will happen to you. Go around, touch things and say, be alive right now. You're so surprised. But that are connected to your hand will suddenly be alive. So believe that everything around you, no situation will be too big for your mind to handle. So everything will become small for your mind to handle. Tell anybody about every situation, circumstances, everything in life is too small for my heart to handle. So believe that those is believe that they are bigger to find solutions to these circumstances. Once you expect that everything in life is small for your heart to handle, your heart is bigger to handle solution, and everything in your heart will be alive. That desire, that expectation will be to give you positive outcome. So you see, it's difficult to become become an entrepreneur. Let's start business. And the person that is expecting that business, I'm not sure I'll say this poultry farm, I'm not sure I think one. We said, how do you know that he said when they do challenge, they start to complain. I told you, I don't know how to do this thing. You see, it's not my fault. They start to blame the economy. Life is hard, though. That's how I fell. That's why I lost my money. They cheated me because the expectation was wrong. He was right. Even when you fall, because a man said failure is not final, success is not eminent. What is it? So, success factor. Which one? Fa- Failure is not what? What again? But your courage to stand up and do what? Act again, that really counts. You see a child that needs to walk. You try, you fall down. That is not called, that is not fair. That is what fair is first attempt in learning. First attempt in learning. Stand up, try again. Try again. Try again. Do it before it happens. You don't do try, he's doing it. Don't try, he's doing it. That's why he's doing it and he's not trying. Try is an empty word and come to that. You don't try to do things, you do it. Either you do it or you don't do it. Try is a bad job, escape job for people that want to fail in life. So they can have a space I try. No. Either you do it or you're not doing it. Nothing like try. It's an empty word. It's a backdoor escape for failures. Come about that very soon. Okay, perfect. I'll tell you this seriously. Okay, so uh we are programmed to believe that you don't need to learn to believe. But that's not true. So, but you need to learn how to believe and what to believe so that when you are faced with impossible situation, you'll be in control of your life, control of your money, and don't let money controls you because the truth of the matter is that money is a great servant and a bad master. If I write it down, because that's another problem now. Money is a great servant. Money is a great servant and a terrible bad master. Money is a great servant and a terrible bad master. So if you believe that money is a servant, that's how you behave. If you believe that money is a master, that's how you behave. So it's not what you say with your mind and mouth. It is what you think that defines what you truly believe. Your actions defines your true belief. So how do you know? If money is your master, you want to do something beneficial to someone else, your master will tell you that you will remind you that you don't have enough money, so you don't have enough money to do that good. So no minds have two masters at the same time. Let me show how it works. So you understand how this works. Um I want to write. Of this place to write. I don't want to kill it in yet. Okay, we have to write on your notes, but I don't want to kill it in yet. Make sure we write it now. Don't worry. Okay. Just, I don't want to kill, so you have to write. Why are we going to do that then? Whether you say it or not, nobody's having at the same time. If you keep working, the main idea for taking action is money. My brother, money is your master. Your main idea of doing something is of value creation. Then you are the master. That means money is your servant. Money will either be your master or your servant, nothing more, nothing less. Yes. So if the thing you are taking, the action you are taking today is to build an internet. I don't mind doing the sort of, but I'm still making use of this. If once you are, if you are working to earn money, or if your sole push work is money, don't you know that? If your your goal for working is money, then money is your master. Master. That's yeah, we don't know. I don't know that you money because money is your master, money is your terrible bad master. Only I don't feel there is so if if your goal for working is value creation, value creation, value creation, value creation, or community building. They are building community. They are building enterprise. They are building businesses. They are building, of course, business. They are building organization. They are building something tangible. They are building value, either products or services, products or services, products and services. That means money is your servant, is your loyal servant. So when you're working, People discuss money, then you have a so don't ever do something that is not value creating. You can explain to me to tomorrow, be me like this, and you say that action you are taking, it doesn't improve you, it doesn't challenge your intellect, it doesn't demand your skills, talent, it don't demand your talent or gifting, it only demands your skill. Because only your technical skill and how do I put it? Technical skill and transformational skill. So it only demands your technical skill, not your transformational skill. That's not the gifting, not the purpose of calling. I already know that from that. You have a bad master. And there's no way I can help the man except the man choose to pass through it. You know what? So your expectations determines what you get in life. You can be having money bossing you around, and then you want to achieve success and wealth in life. It's not possible. You can take the top 100 people in life. Not even one became wealthy or successful significant through salary. All of them became successful through building business organization, investment concept. Why do you choose to do what failures does and expect to have a result that we get? It is not possible. It is not possible. It's not, you are going to go to plant coconut and harvest plantain. It is not possible. How do I explain it to you? They cannot plant yam and expect yam or cassava. It's not possible. How do you want to put me through a stressful moment for you to do fast 50 days, 21 fasting days and prayer and expect this thing to happen? It is not possible. That your aim of doing something with salary, money, nothing less, and you want to be wealthy in life, it is not possible. So understand and accept it. Stop believing things that doesn't improve your life. What is belief? Accept that's true. Believe means accept that's true. So not everything accept is truth. And because I told you, so you accept negative things in your life. It's a me, but it's that not negative belief. Why do you accept it? If you accept that all men are cheats, you accepted your husband will cheat on you. It's not a complete statement. All men are not cheats. You accept that all women are cheats. You accepted it. They will cheat on you. If you don't accept it, you do not. This I'm telling you for sure. If you accept that businesses, we don't like it. It's hard. Okay? Business is fun. It's fun. It's a game. Just enjoy the business game. Sometimes game, you know how the games to win. Am I correct? Yes, sir. Any football match that's the started, they might lose a match. I'm Chelsea lost a match before. You mind you lost a match before? Yes. I'm Chelsea won a match before. Yes. You mind you win a match before? Yes. Why are you telling me? Okay, you that explain it to me. Is this since you were born that you just born today, you stand up and walk? You never fall before. Have you fallen before? Yes. Have you risen before? Yes. Why are you telling me now? Oh, not phone. Tell them phone. Fuck. Okay, then you first I will know again. That people makes you. People are stressing you. I don't want to come to this one. People brought me to this one. Now look at me. I'm trying to fall. I'm not know again. You remain crippled now. Cripple is your portion. Welcome to the world of cripple. I'm not complaining like cripple. Just be used to it. Right? It's okay. See, what you have hands or legs. There's a man called Reverend. The guy you don't get hand, you don't get leg. Now only one to get. He's a multi-millionaire. I know. Because his brain is the control center. Your body has accessory. Tell accessory. Accessory. Once your control center is working, ready to work. So it's not about too much effort. A lot of people have energy to waste on negative things. Their life is not going anywhere. So, and if money is your master, you're only serving your master. So you have to decide what you believe. So, and I want to do something to yourself because if I want to go the way I'm going, I will not be able to get to this place. Okay, let me try. I'll tell you not, let me do it. Because you have to do it. I must do it now. I wish I can speak, not do it. But it's fine. It's part of the class. I wish I'm not. Okay? Okay, let's do like this. You have to read this with me. I want to know whether you want to read. What am I writing here? Believing. Sure. Thank you very much. What is it for again? Believe. What is it for again? Believe. Believe. Break it down then. Believing. Now, this is a compound word, so you have to separate the word. So I'll pick the first one here. I'll read this one. I'll put it in living. So I'll pick these two words and maybe some. And you believe in what you believe, even though you be lying. So I'll do this one now. I'll do this one. I just like even though you be lying, and then I'll pick the energy. So I think so you believe in what you believe, even though you lie. So the thing is that if I write it down, I don't very important. Write on your notes. So whatever you lie about yourself, whether the person is that's what you believe in. That is not to believe in. What ends inside that will not believe in. Write on it. You believe in, write it down. You believe in command what you are believing, even though you be lying. That is the statement. You believe in what you are believing, even though you be lying. Even though you be lying, it doesn't matter. Even though you be lying, it doesn't matter. That is what you believe. That's what you believe in. So you believe in what you believe in about yourself, even though you be lying. I know you have to like this kind of lying. Yes, so it's fine. So this is big one. This is big. This is number. Okay. Big, big, ah. Okay. So um, this means that write it down. This is that anything you tell yourself about a future outcome, you made it up. This means that anything you tell yourself about a future outcome, you made it up. What I wake up today, I'm strong, I'm faithful and wonderfully made. I believe it. I'm the head. I'm not the tail. I'm the light of the world. I'm a CEO. I'm a president of the world. That's what I tell myself. That is who I am. And I say it 1,000 times, but I believe it to take action with it. So write it down. Anything you tell yourself about the future outcome, anything, either positive or negative, anything you tell yourself, I don't mean somebody's telling you. Anything you tell yourself about a future outcome, for now, you made it up. Say, I made it up. I made it up. Write it down. I made it up. Anything I tell myself about the future outcome, I made it up. So if that is true, why don't you make up a good favorable positive outcome about yourself? Why? Why do you make up bad things? See that start complaining. Life is unfair, life is hard, things are difficult. I'm looking for someone to give me food to eat, give me money to eat. Why you be expecting? Why you be expect? Don't you know the Bible say give and you shall be given unto thee first? You must give out of your potentials. You must destroy yourself, develop and deploy. You must deploy yourself, otherwise you'll be employed. Child. Tell everyone neighbor. You must deploy yourself. You must deploy yourself. Or be employed. Alright. Alright. So you see, uh uh I want to do something before, but I think I don't know how I'm gonna do this. My time is 5 minutes. Child, 5 minutes. Why is it that it is easy for human beings to believe that on simple things? If I say I'm going home today after this class, it's easy. I'll brush my mouth, I'll eat. I think that doesn't have any significant impact in my life. But that's not true. Going home today is not it's not a knowing, it's a belief. Because in the future, I'm not yet at home. Yes or yes? Yes. Anything that happens the next minute is a future. Because nobody knows tomorrow, nobody can predict tomorrow. Only God knows what will happen in the next 1 hour. Yes or yes? Yes. So it's a belief. Anything about your future is a belief, not knowing. Knowing that is that you have it. Knowing that you have that, you have position of that, that's the know. But anything you do about yourself is simple things. You don't say things like this. So you look crazy. By saying, I don't know when I finish, I will go and have accident, I will probably hit me. I'll go and see my brother in the hospital. I'll go and see my brother that bought a land, buy a car. I will not be putting contingencies on simple things. But when it comes to wealth, successful things, we put contingency. Why do you say I'll be a millionaire? Why do you say I don't know why I'll be a millionaire? Why do you explain on positive things that make your life work? Why don't you put contingencies on simple things, but you put contingencies on positive things? I don't know how to do this, but God will help my life. Write it down. Don't sound crazy by drawing up potential contingency on everything that is